Good morning. It is July 11th. It's Thursday, and I'm in the 36th week of pregnancy. I just had my first acupuncture treatment yesterday and was very nervous because I'm not a big fan of needles. My skin is very, very sensitive, so I felt like the needles actually were a little bit more painful than a blood draw needle. But I was very, very, I was impressed how quickly it seemed like the treatment worked. Well, I don't know if worked is the right word, but had an effect on me. Like, when she had me on my back and I felt a little like oxygen hungry. So I was using some relaxation techniques, deep breathing and kind of like visualizations to help myself relax. And that worked for a while. And then my eyes just kind of shot open while I was on the table. And I felt like I couldn't use those techniques anymore, like it didn't work. So I just kind of was shifting my hips back and forth, and that helped. Kind of displacing my hips back and forth helped with the oxygen hunger. But I felt it was so weird. I mentioned the whole relaxation techniques and such, because I felt like I had been doing the relaxation techniques and deep breathing for maybe I'd been on the table 20 minutes and it actually had been an hour and a half. So yeah, that's very weird. I've never had something happen like that before. Also, baby is a little bit more to the right, and they want him a little bit more on center for optimal delivery. And then drove home from San Diego the other day and after the treatment, and he was moving. I felt movement on my left side, and the whole pregnancy I've never ever felt movement on the left side. So I feel like he's kind of I don't know if he's shifted a little bit, but there definitely is some change in his movement patterns, and I feel like the shape of my belly is a little different. But last night it was definitely challenging. I had about 2 hours sleep at a time, and I'd wake up and I'd feel the most starving hungry I've ever felt in my life. Like, it was intense. So I'd eat small meals every 2 hours and I'd try to go back to sleep. And then also TMI, but my bowels also, they've been really backed up this pregnancy and my bowels were moving. So I don't know if all those changes last night have to do with the fact that he's growing and getting bigger and my pregnancy is progressing, or the acupuncture just had a dramatic effect. She also recommended a Chinese kind of soup kind of mixture for my gut health. It's basically just rice, white rice, and bone broth, and you're cooking it low. So I have that right now in the crock pot. I'm going to try that out. I'm about to have some chili with some bone broth and a little salt for breakfast. I feel like I've grown overnight, and my belly just, it looks huge. I sent a picture to my mother this morning. I said, I feel huge. And she said, oh, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, I don't feel too beautiful, but thank you. I have a chiropractic appointment. I'm going to call in and ask the front staff if there's any contraindications possibly to doing chiropractor right after my acupuncture. I don't think there should be, but it's always better to ask, I feel, at this stage, because my body is just going through so many changes. All right, that is it. Baby shower turned out great. Learning so many life lessons about people who say they'll show up and help, and then the people who actually do, and just such immense appreciation for those people in my life that are there for me and loving me, and It's just overwhelming. My emotions are just so heightened right now. It's quite something else. So just taking one day at a time, and I am not rushing little baby boy to come anytime soon. I keep telling him to take his time, and we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks. If I go a little earlier in labor, or possibly a little later, like my mom has with her pregnancies. Oddly enough, I was the only baby of her 7 pregnancies to come on her due date. All right, that is it. That's my update for the week. Talk to you guys next week.